Looks like we're off.
Indeed.
See if either of these runners go into the construction zone.
I would assume we'll see them both go to Link to the Past just because there's really only one in-logic item in Super Metroid you can get early on. I mean, you can get a second one with a nice damage boost, but the chances of your intended progression being in this game early on are just really, really low.
And without it being 2v2, there's no... In 2v2, obviously, you send one person down there, because
absolutely,
the other person needs to be laid in ALTTP anyway. So the interesting thing here is you actually choose to wait on that screen until you are sure that 4 rots broke, and then you'll do the highest triple. RaikouRider is going to do Houlihan, and he prefers not to open up that chest, because if it's flippers, you can prevent yourself from doing Houlihan, and then until you have the gloves, which can obviously cause an issue.
Looks like they're both heading over to do it too.
Yeah. Some people skip that first just because they really don't want to risk it, and money is really hard to come by in this randomizer.
Yeah, it definitely can
because
be.
of the additional 100 spots that the 300s can be. Even with Houlihan, it's pretty often where you might have to farm if you have to do like pod early, or you have to do multiple different like money games. The nice thing is that this gives you exactly enough money to do, or pretty much exactly enough money to do the bottle vendor and both games in Dark World for an item. Oh, bottle's really nice to find early.
Oh yeah.
Force check in Uncle.
Yeah, I like the Uncle early play just because you can get usually I like to do this just to do a tree pull and then also do another tree pull going up to the Aghanim, or the lumberjack area.
Yes.
Just to get two of them out of the way right at the start of the game.
The only thing is interesting is that I don't think I think that this means Link killed. Oh, there's the rest of the money we need. Link, I don't think knows that also bombs off the rock pile.
Very
That's
nice,
really,
yeah.
really useful. A lot of people do the guarantee bomb strat, which is going west at from Link's house to enter the town. So you can always get bombs there.
Yeah.
And then you can farm the rest in the village, or just continuously farm from that spot, whichever one you prefer.
Looks like an E-tank on the lumberjack ledge, so Aghanim possibly not required unless we absolutely need him to get to the Dark World.
Yeah, if some weird situation ends up where, maybe they're there for something else, and Ada's already dead, they might pick that up. There's a missile. I think that's our first missile. So that confirms that we got a missile early. I have seen seeds where the missiles are all kind of locked late, and you're stuck with just supers and just a power bomb or two.
Yeah,
it can be a little awkward.
The race yesterday afternoon, they went through the entire start of Link to the Past and only got 40 missiles and had no supers and no power bombs. It was crazy.
Yeah, that happens every once in a while. Sometimes your progression is actually supers and powers. In this randomizer, it's a lot less common than in standalone Metroid randomizer, where trying to get your first couple supers or first couple power bombs can be a little bit of a chore. But that's more to do with the way that randomizer's laid out and balanced. Very different randomizers. Linkforce doesn't have bombs, just didn't check rat crabs in his route in.
Yeah, so he'll be heading down doing Kakariko from the bottom up after he buys some bombs here.
One thing I don't see a lot of people do is go all the way down to check. I see people do this all the time. They don't have bombs. Oh, there's power bombs. Speaking of bombs, wrong kind, but power glove. Power glove for Raikou. People don't check race statement stuff first. Like they're already down here, and then they go up, and then they walk back down. So they're basically walking the length of the village like 3 times.
Mhm.
But and these are little things that you don't really think about until you're like, how do I save like 10 seconds like in route in? And it's little things like this that separate people a lot of the time in these randomizers. It's
I
like
believe, yeah, we've already seen 3 bottles.
that's such really weird. And the bottles weren't progressions. It wasn't some weird like the game wasn't being like really weird without it wanting you
Yeah,
to
just
progress. Unless those
yeah.
are the only power bombs. Those might be the only power bombs, so maybe that is progression.
I think there was some in Blind's hut. I'm not sure. We'll see when Linkforce heads in there, but and there's some in the well.
Yeah, well, and in Chicken Hut. So it looks like we got about 15 power bombs already. That's
Yeah, it's
actually
always,
really good.
yeah, it's a really nice see early on. I mean, you can manage with like 5 or 10, but it's my
both gloves.
god!
Oh,
Both players are gonna have Titans Myth 6 minutes in. That's insane.
okay. Well, I guess this is the hunt for the Moon Pearl,
Yeah.
which I mean has so many locations. If like, depending on your aptitude with Super Metroid, it can feel like an eternity until you have access to Dark World sometimes. So you mentioned in Kin's Tomb and Thieves Town, well, they would need an additional item for both those locations, as they both require another item. We need the boots for Kin's Tomb, and then we need the Moon Pearl for Dark World.
Yep.
We're gonna first look at the librarian race game. It looks like.
It's a missile pack in the library.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine if they did the south route here?
Oh my god.
If they started from the south and went north in this seed, holy crap, they would be in Dark World already.
This is nuts.
Well, this is going to be a pretty LTTP-centric seed by the looks of it. With Dark World opening up, now they have to be smart about how they route Dark World with that with where that Moon Pearl is. With only access to the north, like from the northwest, you have to basically hit every Dark World item location in one swoop, or else you're just wasting a lot of time. And same in Quidden. I guess to check the rest of the Light World out, honestly.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, without the mirror, man. If they had the mirror, though.
Yeah, I mean, South Shore the South Shore Loop still has a bunch of items in it. I would definitely do this before heading back towards Village of Outcasts area.
I think, like, I wrote from the south up, and I would have done it, but I think that's like because I would have already been right by the portal by the time I got my second bow. I'd be like, okay, well. Right here anyway, and then just off South Shore for later, but that can really burn you. If we find an early Morph Ball, this seed is actually going to be insane. The amount of items that they'll have accessible is going to be nuts. And it looks like Linkforce is going to go to Dark World.
Yep.
So we're going to see some pretty hefty divergence here. It's kind of running on an early mirror in this case. Also,
nice.
only 3 hearts.
Yeah, so, and he really... They don't have anything to do damage yet, so I doubt we'll see Linkforce go too far into Thieves Town. Maybe the first 4, but anything past that, I'm not so sure, especially with 3 hearts.
Yeah, Silver's in the well, but that's not gonna get messed by anyone. That's like Link ends up in go mode, like before he enters South Shore.
We're getting that map check as well, and all 3 pendants are in the Dark World. Green Skullwoods, and then Mire and Ice are the red and blue, and Pod's a good crystal.
Okay, very interesting. It looks like he's making sure to write these down. So with that combination, Flute's not required, but that's the only item that's traditionally required that is not going to be today. in the one bomb booby prize from the. Oh, and there's the bow
Ooh, that's the
with
bow.
silvers. So RaikouRider, when he enters Dark World, is actually gonna have some like ammunition to take out some enemies
Yeah.
to get in his way.
Linkforce pulls some bombs out of the sea house.
RaikouRider farming some bombs up. I actually didn't know about that second bomb patch there by the bomb ball hut. I'll have to keep that in mind. Oh, jumping down here before doing Thieves Town. I would have entered Thieves Town at least on the top 4. I know you can't really do much more than that with no weapons, but
Yeah, especially on 3 hearts, at least get the first 4 and then just take the Death Warp, I think, is a decent plan.
with it being a crystal, he might be considering just trying to do it in one swoop. And no hammer.
Yeah. RaikouRider does get the blue boomerang from Ice Rod Cave, and oh, the first sword from the digging game.
So RaikouRider's gonna go do escape with his silver arrows. This is a pretty good play. So Stan give him his 300 rupees.
He's got an E-Tank, which is always good to see early on. You know, once we find that morph ball, we already have power bombs, and ideally, if you can, it's nice to go check the gauntlet early. It can be very dangerous if you only have the power suit and not a lot of health. E-Tanks are good to see early. I do like seeds like this, though, that give players several things to do early on. We get to see players diverge their routes a lot. Much better than just seeds bottlenecking people.
Randomizer does a pretty good job of keeping you on your toes, though. Oh, there's that flute that's not technically required.
Flute out of Hype Cave.
Something at high jump, maybe? That's always what I think when I see a flute that isn't going to open up, like... That isn't, like, if that's, like, the access you have to... Oh, he actually went down an additional few steps there. I forgot he had Titans. That's a muscle memory there.
Yeah, I like. There's no way that either player is used to having Titans missed this early on, so.
No one's used to having Titans mitts. It's been a
Yeah.
E-Taint, supers, and so that's something is at the Dark Cross.
Yeah, something should be in the Dark Cross room since the key was in Sanctuary.
That's really interesting. That's such a useful one, like Dark Room to learn, because most people don't learn it.
Yeah.
It's like kind of low on priority, but that item's been like morph ball bombs for me before, and like required morph ball bombs.
It's not too difficult if you have a sword or a hookshot or something, anything to just give you any indication of where Link is in the room.
Mm-hmm. That hookshot's probably the best one, because you can just hookshot to the lap, move a few sets up, hookshot to the chest, and walk around it.
Yeah,
but,
looks like RaikouRider from the front of Escape pulled the Cane of Burna, but not too much else.
We're doing a flute activation, so we'll probably see Death Mountain shortly from Link. Or he'll use this to just do the Cell Shore a little faster.
Yeah. Either way, flute's very nice to have early on. Really
Kind of interesting where the flute was, all the way at Hype Cave, so the Dark World was actually the correct play, technically. This is going to speed up the rest of his chats that Raikou had already done.
Yeah, Dark World's giving him flute and an early sword.
Not sure where who is going.
I believe he's going to buy
Oh, to
bombs.
farm.
maybe?
Yeah, he's stopped by bombs.
Yeah.
It's a little awkward to be left without bombs there. So Silvers, he's going to get Silvers in his bow here. From these south chats. I don't think we saw Ice Rod Cave unless I was looking at Dark World for too long. Okay, thank you very much, Commodore. Raikou now checked in the Dark World. Wonderful to see Thieves Town from him.
Yeah, I believe Ice Rod is the blue boomerang.
Three hearts. Didn't you actually deal a lot of damage?
Oh!
Wow, that was.
How did he survive there?
What? Hitboxes are
That
good.
was insane.
Link to the past works, we swear. I didn't fall into Molder and Cave yesterday by somehow. I'm not even sure how. Also, by the way, don't try to do EG in the combo randomizer. It doesn't work.
Well, looks like Raikou's actually headed into Skull Woods. And we see one of the two items that's in here. It's just a red rupee. It'd be really nice for him if the second item shows up early on. There's a good chance that we just won't see Skull Woods ever again on his part.
Mm-hmm. Good question, chat, about the beams. Yeah, each beam has a different property, and actually can be progression. The ice beam, wave beam, as well as charge beam, all are technically in the logic, similar to the swords. Plasma and Space are just are at Plasma's. Oh, hello, Screw Attack.
Screw Attack up on the bumper ledge.
That's never really technically required, but can be. We don't have Morph Ball yet.
That is true. Yeah, yeah. That can be the logical progression into either getting through Gauntlet or getting through into Green Brinstar. Had that happen before.
Yeah, hard mode delayed wall jumps into getting Morph Ball and Gauntlet is thin. I mean, Screw just made Super Metroid faster because you stopped caring about enemies.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure if it's convenient, we find the cave at any point. I'm sure when they're in the area, they will be picking it up. But unless there's just nothing they have left in Super Metroid, it's just super nice to have, especially in Lower Norfair.
Mm-hmm. Also makes the Metroid room easier.
Linkforce giving us our first look at Sahasrah's hut, which has absolutely nothing.
Whoops.
It looks like they're not going to head into Eastern. Instead, probably doing Escape.
Looks like it. Is anyone doing rescue the poor frog? Probably not.
Yeah, bringing the Smith back without the mirror is definitely not ideal, and probably not something that our players are looking forward to doing. But it is possible to have the mirror on either the Smith or the lunchbox.
The flute does make it easier, but again, they're not just the way that where the flute is very interesting, as you'd want it much earlier to make some different decisions. But he might be taking the Smith on a world tour here.
Yeah, looks like it.
I mean, you gotta come back to the town anyway to go back to Dark World if that's your plan. Oh,
Maybe not.
or Smith
Oh, he might be going to the Thieves' Town since he just got the sword.
might be looking to complete it. Maybe.
Yeah. And to note, there is one chest he won't be able to get to without the hammer, but there is. Let's see. It's like a
7 other chests, I believe.
yeah. The percentages. So you're guaranteed to get the big key here. It's like a 3 out of 7 chance that the that chest has nothing in it for them.
And interestingly, there is also the key can be inside of the chest. So, oh, took a hit there.
Ooh, yeah.
One small thing is you can very quickly generally notice like who does the NMG and who doesn't, or who's looked at the route based on how they move in dungeons and LTT. Especially though there's definitely merit to at least practice in the basic route just so that you get like the movement in each dungeon as fast as possible. Obviously, they don't go for as many chests. So much to learn from like all the LTTP tutorials. And Super Metroid obviously also has a similar amount of work done to it, which is why this is such a fun count. Oh,
and there's the cape. Crew attack is available.
That's kind of leading me to think Screw might be progression.
Could be, yeah.
Maybe something's in Brinstar.
So Linkforce is going into Dark Cross here. Looking for that chest.
Yes,
actually, no, he's on the mountain, isn't he? Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's on the. But I think I hear bats. I don't
So I
think.
saw him.
I think pretty sure he came to the mountain. Oh, another death for Raikou. Oh, he's gonna have to wait now.
Ooh, yeah, that's unfortunate.
Honestly, I just quit here.
Yeah, at this point, I think you just reset because the game saves every time you transition between the games. So it wouldn't be too hard to just get back into Link to the Past from the ship. Looks like he is gonna wait until this bug comes back.
This guy takes a while too.
Holy cow! RaikouRider is getting assaulted by these spears.
Yeah, those guys go like ham if they see you. I did not see what was at Indiana Jones. Then that's Indiana Jones. I don't remember which room is Indiana Jones. Super behind the barrier. Thank you, chat. Shovel?
Shovel in Paradox Cave.
Or
Or not Paradox, Spectacle Rock.
Sparkling Rock. Yeah, Sparkling or Spectacle.
Yeah. But now it looks like we are going on a little world tour with the frog, which will be nice since he's going to pick up his flute. Just kind of want to go back to Kecker, going to activate that immediately anyway, so might as well just turn the Smith Lawyer there.
So we're gonna see the shovel usage here. Oh, 5 bomb upgrade. Soon those will be removed. Soon.
Raiko picks
Oh,
up
the shed.
Hmm?
The shed. I totally forgot. That's accessible right now.
Oh yeah, the
Oh,
Myers
so is
shed.
Lauren Norfair.
Yeah.
Ah,
At least
Ah.
check the GT items. Well,
I don't
you can
think
check.
it's
You
in
can check
logic.
those. You can check the screw attack item. Yeah, no, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, I think that even the storage item isn't in logic, even though it's in the same room. But
Yeah, and
Where's that
actually,
room
Linkforce can't even get that yet because you need either the bombs or the screw attack. The flippers are in Nagina's cave.
oh, interesting. Okay. I guess that's a good reason, if any, to go check Zora.
Yeah. In fact, we are going to head into the Meyer area. See what
Capacity
this is.
upgrades were. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I was saying that capacity upgrades were removed in V30 of LTTP because they're boring, and and they aren't even supposed to be in the game in the first place. So, hey, boots!
Ooh. That's nice to find.
Yay! They're boring to find, and it's better to have bombs and arrows, as it actually made more routes viable.
Just an E-tank from the Smith. We do now know that Meyer is locked by Bombos if we ever need to get in there. I assume we'll get a Bonk Rocks and King's Team check here. Meanwhile, RaikouRider is heading up towards Eastern Palace. And maybe not King's Tomb.
Uh-oh. An addendum check? Guess we get boots, you mean? As well?
Yeah, I guess so. He'll find out there's no need, but always good to know. Looks like going to go pay the big fish.
Oh, space, apparently?
It looks like Space Jump was pulled from Eastern Palace.
Very good. Wow, space and screw. Progression at GT itself? Like, the item, the space jump item, maybe?
Could be. We still are looking for that Varia suit if that's the case, but...
Yeah. Oh, there's a bit key.
Nice to find. It'd be really nice if there was an item in this big chest for them. They would know that the compass and map are both on Armos and the vanilla big key chest. Just the compass.
Oh, that was nothing.
Ooh, just gotta be careful here. See that dark room with a half a heart left. They're probably gonna have to kill everything in the big key room here, but better than taking a death.
Oh, throwing away the last pot there. Oh, I see. Okay.
Woo!
Doing the other method for that. I hope he goes down. I hope he knows about the fairies.
It looks like he might be trying to do the rest of this without the lamp. This is this first dark room up here is a little tricky.
There is, yeah, there is a very
but
consistent method that takes some practice. You just have to like shimmy up the room with your sword so that you don't like. Sorry, shimmy to the right and shoot up. I don't think he's doing it. Oh, yeah, he did, and then you just find him like that.
very nice.
The tricky part is knowing that you have to be a pixel down from the top of the wall to get that. There's a pot there.
And very nicely done.
Lamp is definitely one of those items that can be almost anywhere. So learning dark rooms and Super Metroid in this combo randomizer is very helpful.
Absolutely.
Like lamp at pendant cold stare, like that's not to just like loop you around if you don't know dark rooms. Oh, speaking of pendant cold stare, all we need is a fire source and we have access to pendant. Nice.
Yeah, that is true.
So you might see the rest of thieves here. A lot more health going into here than Linkforce did. Or sorry, that Raikou.
And with 6 hearts available here, there's a decent chance we'll see Linkforce clear Thieves Town for us. Looks like RaikouRider is in the sewers doing them backwards to try and get to that Dark Cross room. Linkforce being super careful up in this top room. You do not want to take a death up here and have to come all the way back up. Ooh, and Raikou pulled the fire rod out of the dark cross room. So fire rod is lamp blocked by logic.
It's still pretty huge fine, though.
Yeah.
I don't consider lamp even part of progression, like unless it's lighting a torch. So you basically just skip the lamp. For as far as I'm concerned, I don't know. It's just once you learn the dark rooms, you're basically removing an item from a sequence entirely. In his boots now, and he has screws, so I wonder if he'll go in. No, he's not. He's not. No check. I know it's not in logic, but it's right there.
Yeah. Honestly,
Definitely don't want to fight Teresa though.
No, but I think if you're in the area and you're planning on saving and quitting out of there, it's not a bad idea to just go see what the items are. Even if the screw attack item's nothing, you can still go into Goldtree's room. So I know they picked up a couple of E-tanks, and with screw attack and space jump, you can just jump right up there and see what the other two items are as well. And if they're nothing, you never have to worry about them again.
And it could be pretty important. What's that space jump? Because we have space jump.
Yeah.
So whatever is at the drain item in the top left corner of the room could be pretty important. That item has messed up a lot of races. Like being
Linkforce does have the Cane of Burner here, so shouldn't get into too much trouble against Blind. Can't take another hit from the heads. Can take one more laser hit, though. It looks like they're just going to pull out the cane and finish this off. I did not catch if we saw both the compass and the map drop in Thieves Town. I'm not sure if there's another item in the big chest down there or not.
gonna say just gonna go rescue the Smith. Then Moonpearl's gonna be in SM, but we're clearing a lot of this game.
Yeah, it is still very possible that the morph ball is just sitting in Super Metroid, even in Retro Brinstar. There are still a lot of places in Link to the Past that the Morph Club could be hiding.
You take the Smith. The red heron shovel.
And Linkforce might be looking to bring Gary back his lunchbox soon. Looks like that is where they're headed. Yeah, RaikouRider's in the Dark Cross room. And I don't believe RaikouRider has been to Agina's cave to get their flippers, so they don't actually have access to ice, even if they wanted to go into Pendant Ice. They're gonna come back and try and clear out Thieves Town, though. And Gary's lunchbox given 10 bombs, so also a bust.
Yeah. Where is Link going?
Possibly Hobo. I don't believe that
Yeah,
Link actually got the Hobo
right, yeah,
yet.
because he did. Yeah, you're right. Because he did it from just running from the medicine shop. So they've got just a catfish and pod right now. They're flippers.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a long walk, but there's so many spots that items can be right now. Like,
Which also means
we may as
that
well be playing.
also means Aghanim is definitely not required for our players, since we do have access to all of the Dark World now.
True. Yeah, this is honestly feeling like I accidentally walked into Link to the Past
Just some
commentary.
power bombs, man.
Oh,
I mean, once we find this morph ball, we're never gonna have any bomb issues ever. I don't think. I'm
no,
pretty sure we've seen at least 30, 35 power bombs at this point.
which is insane.
Yeah.
Like, I'm struggling to keep up with like 10 or 15.
Yeah, same.
I'm bad with management, but I've been in seeds where I've had 5 power bombs the whole time. Like,
Man, I think
decent Ridley.
I think the progression is going to be somewhere in Super Metroid, either the first time in Gauntlet or somewhere in Green Brinstar.
And that sounds, yeah, with space jump and screw. Could be as fun. Yeah, it could be the first item in Gauntlet. Could even be at Terminator.
Yeah. Linkforce picks up their space jump. Link definitely does have the cape, but I don't believe they picked up Screw Attack yet. Not sure if Linkforce actually went up to see the bumper ledge item.
Good point made by somebody. Old Mother Brain could be an item.
Yeah, that's also possible Screw Attack.
Three items in Logic in Super Metroid in Retro Brain instead of just the one.
Yeah, space jump would give access to the ceiling item.
Commodore is right with that too. Morph could be in Red Tower.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. I don't think I've ever seen Morph up there.
I have, and it was a one-way trip.
Man.
So it had to be the last check.
Yeah.
It was in a regular SM rando. Never will I ever be convinced to do an open seat ever again. But it also happened to be in a 2v2 seed. It was at there. The thing is that item in this randomizer is locked behind a powerbomb door. So once you enter, you can't leave. Both
Yep.
up and to the left are powerbomb locks. So if it's not there, then you have to hard reset. So it's a one-way trip.
So Raikou's gonna lump his shovel check in with the lunchbox here. And it looks like Link is also going to go for the this dark room. Raikou should be picking up his flippers here soon, so we'll see if they decide to head into Ice Palace or just do the whole Zor loop. Linkforce having some trouble in this dark room. I think the Igors got a little bit away from where I expect them to be. And he's going to say, you know what, Armos has no item for me, I'm just going to come back and do this later.
I choose to install woods, looks like. Wait, no, he doesn't have the fire rod. Oh, sorry, I meant Linkforce, but yeah, Linkforce doesn't have fire rod. We'll see if Raikou goes into Ice Palace. Somebody's saying that he won't unless it's his only option. It's like one of his only options.
It's looking like either that or Super Metroid at this point. And I think Linkforce is about to go pick up their screw attacks. We'll see if they head straight into Super Metroid after that.
Yeah, it could. We could also see progression in Pod, Catfish, Pyramid.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Since Raikou got the fire rod in the dark room without the lamp, he knows that Ice Palace isn't in logic yet. So even
Yeah, you gotta be real careful. Those birds.
Ooh, those birds hurt.
Always attack you. That bird always attacks you if you go for this. The other bird stays there until you jump down.
They do a lot of damage.
Yeah, 3 hearts, and they never leave. And now he's gotta be careful about this time.
Well, let's be real. Nobody actually likes Ice Palace.
I enjoy it. It's fun. It's like fun to do. It's like, if you did it right. The only room I don't like is the conveyor belt room with the squids. It's just because it's random and you can never tell. Like, you can never just do the same thing. Did Linkforce forget he has boots?
Possibly. I'm not sure.
The other that's the other reason that is a scary spot. Is that bird is just new to you.
Yeah, not just saving and quitting there after getting the screw attack. It looked like they may have been planning to head to the Eastern Dark World towards Catfish and Pyramid, possibly even check into Pod.
It looks like they're changing their mind and just going straight into Super Metroid.
Yeah, taking that death looks like that's the plan.
Then we might see Gauntlet here.
I would not be surprised. It looks like that is where they're going to head.
Gotta be careful though. Without morph, you can get stuck in these blocks. So gotta watch out for that. And then, yeah, it's saved, so he doesn't have to worry about it like losing progress. But gotta be careful not to break one and then not break the rest.
Ooh.
Like that. But the other way around and being stuck inside of it. He's got more than enough health though. But you can't. You can't enter space. You can't enter screw.
Yeah, 30 power bombs before morph ball is actually insane.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. I'd just run backwards, but he's gonna hard reset. I don't know which is faster, to be honest. And RaikouRider is also gonna refill, but he's at full, so I'm not
Looks
sure
like
what
he is at full, yeah. Let's
maybe saving just to be sure, but it saved when it came in. You might not know that
yeah.
100%. Might want to just be sure. Looks like we might see Terminator here. We'll either see them go down to Terminator or to Retro.
Yeah, I believe
Either is viable.
they have a little more access to items going down to Terminator and Green Brinstar.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's a toss-up as to where progression is going to be at this point. So,
And we're
there's no
going to see both, so...
yeah,
Hey, there's our fourth bottle.
all 4 bottles before the hour mark.
And before we have morph.
Yeah. But yeah, there's no bad play here at this point. It's just a gamble on which area actually has the progression.
And if one of them's wrong, you can just quit and do the other one, so it's not a big deal. I would have picked up that missile just because we don't have charge yet, and you need a lot of ammo.
Yeah, with 25 supers already, I think it's safe to start cutting missile packs out, but
Gotta worry about that mother brain sometimes. But you'll probably find enough missiles usually in Super Metroid.
ooh,
Wait.
wave beam.
Unfortunately, that block is still there, so
Yeah,
you do need bombs to get out.
It is possible to get that with a quick drop, but probably not worth the risk of the soft lock just yet.
And it's not guaranteed that people know how to quick drop. I know that I've only done it by accident. In my casual playthrough, quick dropped through one of the sand pits on complete accident. It was very nice, but then the next speed
booster.
That actually gives us more items back where we were.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously shut the sun down. Now it's actually worth it to walk back. Oh, he forgot where he was.
Yeah, I'm still gonna check this item down by the charge beam first, but and it's
Oh!
the hook shots. Oh my
Wow,
lord.
and then don't just stand there.
Oh,
Go.
It looked like he was thinking about resetting for a second there, but there's no way you want to do that.
That's probably progression. That's
It's full Death Mountain access.
Yeah. No hammer, but
I guess no
so many
hair,
items.
but yeah, that's still East Death Mountain is completely clearable.
Including Hotshot Cave. Yeah, this is
Ooh.
he even stopped. He's like, I'm gonna stop, and this is the
Gonna
Fall
get
of
to
Shame.
see very rare sighting. Oh, maybe not.
No
We will
Datora.
not get to see the Decora today.
Poor guy. We might see him later. We'll see. Oh yes, RaikouRider plays on Wii U, so we can't actually hard reset. That's right. Or he can't do a specific type of reset because he can't. It takes too long. Oh, by wave beam.
Not seen that done the intended way in a long time.
I've actually seen it the intended way a few times lately. Specifically because, like, people end up here with speed and no morph ball a lot. I had to see the other day with morph ball at the supers. There. Or at the reserve tank in there. So it looks like the correct way was to go here.
Yeah.
I didn't actually see what was in Retro Brain.
There was nothing down there.
So. Looks like
some money and an arrow upgrade or something.
We have had access to that hookshot for not very long though, so that's not bad.
No, yeah, we needed the screw attack.
Yeah.
We had to go to Thieves Town to get the cape for that, so.
Still some stuff they can check in Super Metroid in different spots. Not all of it in Logic. Red Tower is, but
I don't think they can actually get into Red Tower.
Swiss jump up through the tower from Norfair.
Oh yeah.
Because they opened it up in the
that's true.
10.1.
Yeah, you can go through. Yeah. Man, that's so bad if Morph is there.
Linkforce0 going down. You should, If he does go down to, he should like do the save here by entering and ends it into the past. He's not though.
Ooh.
So he'll have to climb back up the tower. Oh, he's not spinning down the tower. Just space jump. You screw.
And he finds nothing down here, so we'll be heading back up the climb, probably back to Link to the Past. And honestly, probably both players are going to be going to check out Eastern Death Mountain at this point. There's just so much over there.
If you want crazy stuff like this, Cypher in regular SM Rando, just is going to do the speed, but you're going to have to short charge. It doesn't look like he is trying to short charge, just running. That's more than enough for him to short charge, right? You don't even, it's like 1 or 2 tap?
For this one,
2 stream lanes?
it's probably a 2-tap. You might be able to pull it off with a 1, but
It's like about the length of ocean fly, right? Probably.
Yeah, maybe. I'm sure you could pull it off with a 2-tap.
Never actually thought of doing that, but having Strew and speed and being down here is a little rare.
Yeah, having speed booster with no high jump, it actually it stunts your jumps.
Oh yeah, it does. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it only stunned in horizontal trajectory, but I found out the other day trying to make some jumps, it messes with your vertical too.
Yep. It's real annoying.
And it's hard to determine when is it safer to just turn off speed booster. It's like the question you have to ask yourself.
Let's see what we have in the bottom of Paradox Cave. Absolutely nothing.
But yeah, for stock SM Rando, just turn on open mode and you get crazy situations like this. But it's like a completely different video game, so it's like none of your knowledge transfers except for move.
Paradox Cave not offering a whole lot to our players. Looks like Raikou is going to opt not to go into Spiral. Nope, never mind. Oh, right, yeah, he's going to go all the way around to go up. Let the bomb jump there.
Yeah, and they gotta go back up around and then back down. It's all confusing.
Interesting, he did not check the island location. See if Linkforce decides to take a peek at that before heading down Spiral Cave.
Oh,
Magic powder in spiral cave. Still can't do
Can't-
the bat yet, but it is nice to have as a safety.
yeah. It'll help with. No, they both did blind. Go with that then. Once they go down into Dark World, though, there's no enemies left on this mountain, so
So
there's
a
just
Ridley
nobody.
there.
There's a Lionels, but you shouldn't be going anywhere near them. So an hour and 9 minutes in, and we've made a single trip into Super Metroid for 2 very important items.
Yeah, still morphless over an hour in too.
And 0 beams.
Yeah.
We know where Wave is once we have Morph, but
Let's see what's in Super Bunny Cave. Some money and the
hey, we
morph
found it.
ball. All right.
Play some other video games now, if they want to.
That is some rough progression.
No suits though, still. So we'll see what's in this cave here.
Yeah, we are still fairly limited on what we can do in Super Metroid, but all of Brinstar is now accessible, and the wreck ship as well.
I could see Red Chip being progression. Really annoying if you're not practiced at Fantoon, but oh, there's Quake.
And
Just
Quake is the
Turtle
Turtle
Rod's
Rock
access.
Medallion, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Keys is right next door.
I was hoping for Hammer and Cane and just like, here's your package, sir. That's fine though. 1 hour, 2 minute morph. Oh, he got through. That was a little janky, but he got through.
Okay, you get stuck in that block there too. And Raikou's gonna take that morph ball and head straight back into Super Metroid. Start clearing out Brinstar.
Not a bad idea. I get why people do this frustration slashes, but in a tournament race, especially one like this.
Oh, I know.
Like,
I do the
it's
same
money.
thing though. I do the same thing though.
Oh, you do?
Absolutely.
Oh, when I'm in tournament, I meme all the time when I'm just in regular races, but when I'm if my opponent hasn't got done yet, I suddenly go into like hard mode.
If I get mad about a stupid location, I'm swinging my sword, I'm pulling walls, I'm bonking walls.
I usually just like. The only time I do that is if it's in a dumb location in Metroid, because it probably meant that I spent like 15 minutes getting there. I just waited just made Samus do a dance.
Not gonna head down to Bomb Trees though, interesting.
May as well do it now while you don't have bombs.
Yeah. That looks like he just wants to save first, maybe. Not sure if he's gonna head straight into the gauntlet or go check the top landing site location.
I'd do top landing maybe, and then maybe you could pull off the cool looking speed booster. Nope, he's gonna go. I'm not sure what he's doing anymore. Okay, this is gonna be top right. Nope. Okay, he's good.
Looks like Link is going to head to that top right gauntlet location first.
Hard to send there.
And nothing in the gauntlet. And a piece of
shield.
part from the landing site.
So it's just hard reset because he's already taking so much damage.
Yeah. Now we'll get a peek at Bomb3zo here. Honestly, if I'm Linkforce, I'm not sure if I even go through the gauntlet at this point. We've already seen the first item going in there earlier, and you can actually see the other 2 items from underneath after getting through the Terminator room. And then obviously if there's something in there, you want to go through the gauntlet. And it'd be a little waste of time just have to go all the way back, but the chances of something being in there are fairly low anyway. So I think at that point I just take the chance that there's something in there and just look at it from underneath. But it looks like he is setting up to do the Shine Spark all the way through the gauntlet, which is a very cool trick to see.
Kind of interesting to see so many people never seen
There we go.
Wii emulation before.
Right through all those blocks.
That's really cool. And I think there's a category that does that. Don't know if Hundo does.
100 does, yeah.
Oh, 100 does. Okay. So does 100. So does Max. And the first time I actually saw that pulled off properly and was in Matt's, and then I realized it wasn't actually that hard to pull off, so I started doing it myself.
Yeah, and 100 you use a wraparound shot to open that door from up by the powerbomb door.
Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, Matt, if you've never seen, for people in chat, if you've never seen Matt's percent run or a Hundo run, they're both very good.
And Raikou picking up that wave beam. Gonna head down to the Edikun area and see what's down here.
The Raikou also hit up wave. I missed that, but definitely has it. So first beam upgrade.
Ooh, and the mirror down at the Edikuns.
That's rough. That's big questions that we have, honestly, for this seed is probably where are the suits? And then where is the ice rod?
Yeah, that hammer too.
Yeah. Hammer is kind of like the last big LTTP item that opens up like multiple items. Oh, missed the unmorphed below there. Reserve, supers. There's nothing really there.
That wave beam gonna head into this room with the wave gate. Not gonna have to worry about doing the little super missile trick here to get through this gate, which is always nice. There is the lamp.
That puts Fire Rod into logic.
Yeah, and Ice Palace as well.
When did we get Sprint Jump? What?
Oh, they don't have Spring Ball.
Oh, I thought it said Sprint Ball.
We're gonna head down towards this charge E-Tank. I don't think that they went to the Spore Spawn Supers yet. We might see that after this, but... having a little trouble charging up that spark. Go. And it's just 20 bucks.
I'll slide through the water now.
Well, we're gonna see Linkforce do this this trick to hit this super block off screen.
Don't know how it works, but it works.
Yeah, it's weird. There's a couple things like that. All has to do with where the camera's positioned. So
It's kind of weird that the closer you get to it, the worse chance you have of actually hitting it.
I'm not sure. It only works on a couple pixels. It all depends on where the camera is positioned. But you basically make it so the block is just on screen. And so firing a super through that actually hits it.
Looks like we'll see what's in the wave door.
I believe Raikou actually skipped the Spore Spawn super.
Yeah, I don't think he checked this or either of them. This is I think his first time down in Retro Brain. How did he not fall through that block? I'm so confused. I thought those were crumble blocks. I just... Oh,
Which ones?
bombs there? The ones at the bottom of the below the wave gate. I thought they were crumble blocks, but I guess not.
Oh no, those are bomb blocks.
I'll do the jump here.
Really
Oh,
nice.
nothing.
So really nothing in Retro Brinstar.
Jumping out of water can be pretty weird.
I'm not sure. Did Raikou check the Green Hill Zone missile before coming in here?
Don't think so. I don't remember.
Okay, yeah, it looks like he is gonna go head back towards Green Hills and probably head down Red Tower from there.
And then getting through with some down trains. He's gotta be careful with those guys. They deal 85 damage.
Oh, look, maybe he may have just realized that he skipped the Spore Spawn supers.
Mirror shield. Looks like Linkforce is also going to chip the rest of the Retro Brin. Gotta be really careful while taking damage from these guys. We're 80 and 21. We're like 80, 30, 30 right now. Somewhere close. With no suits though. What if it was double vanilla suits? That'd be cool.
I mean, it could be.
Well, even just like the suits, it would be pretty cool if both suits were locked behind Kraid and Fentoon. It would add to the seed's loopiness. It's not that difficult. Yeah, you can't screw it. Oh, you can. Never mind.
Yeah, you can. That block's really weird. You can screw attack through it, but not like at the very start of your wall jump. So you need to come from a little farther down and have the screw attack actually going before you hit it. Like nothing at X-ray. Interesting. With the route RaikouRider took through Brinstar, usually, I know personally, I prefer to check through Retro Brinstar to Billy Maze and then head back up the elevator towards the climb. Especially with speed, since you can do the right side super shaft next to the climb. Because that's the only thing in criteria that he has access to that he has not checked yet, I believe. So that's going to be something that is in the back of his head now. Wondering if there's actually something there. And then from there, it's not too hard to just head straight down the red tower.
It looks like we're going to get some interest in quote-unquote 100% route in here. Linkforce is going to want to probably stop at this point with how low health. I wouldn't be trying to kill enemies for health. I'd just try to get myself to the red tower as quickly as possible.
Yeah, there's that energy filling station at the bottom.
Kraid also has one, but I think it's a little bit more out of the way.
Yeah. Looks like Link, he may actually be trying to go up red tower here.
An awful play. No, it looks like he's going down.
Sides down instead. Probably going to check out X-ray as well. Oh, nope.
No.
I'd be a little worried about his health, you know. Being that low, any accidental spike hits are going to put him in range of death with one more hit, so.
That might also be why he didn't go up red tower. There's a lot of spikes up there too.
Yeah. Raikou actually using a power bomb there to clear out all those blocks, even with wave beam. That's something that's really nice about having wave beam or X really early on in these seeds. Stuff like that, where normally you'll see players use the power bomb to check what that is, even if they don't need it. With wave and X-ray, you can just either shoot it or use X-ray to look at it, and not have to waste the power bomb. And being this low on power bombs, I would definitely prefer to shoot it with the wave beam instead.
It's like Linkforce thinking about the fact that he doesn't have any power bombs, killing a few fireflies for the guaranteed. Knowing where the guaranteed drops are in this game is quite useful. So Kraid being really weird there, like he got hit by a missile and did not raise.
He needs to take a certain amount of damage before he stands up.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a couple hundred that he needs dealt to him before he'll actually get up.
I always thought it was like actually like just the net, like if he gets hit with his mouth open, Then
Yeah,
he
no.
raises. So it's no,
Yeah, it's like 200 or 300 damage.
like 2 missiles then.
Because the super definitely does it.
Oh yeah. Oh, hammer. Okay.
Nice. Great hiding the hammer. Okay, well let's I believe our players are able to clear pod now.
Pod. Yeah.
Swamp as well.
Yeah. Pod swamp. Hera.
Yeah.
Desert.
Yeah, a lot just opened up.
Circle. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of crystals that we can do now.
Yeah, we can do everything except for Turtle Rock.
No, oh yeah, no cane. Yeah, no cane.
Yeah, no cane, no ice rod.
Well then, that's one bid then.
That's pretty crazy.
That hammer opened up like ridiculous one. I mean, there's no reason to go back to Link to the Past just yet, but
Yeah, no, but
I think my
That's-
next.
it's actually
sorry.
crazy.
Yeah, I think my next idea. I think if I was playing this, I would probably continue to do Ret Ship. I would check the business area of Norfair. The last few items there, including the ice beam. Probably. Actually, there's so much you can do in Norfair. If you're comfortable doing the hell runs, it's not on logic, but
Honestly, I think at this point, check the high jump area and then warp to the mountain and just reset and go straight to the wrecked ship would be my plan.
yeah. And then after Ret Ship, do Crystal Dungeons until.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Crystal Dungeons until you're done with Link to the Past. I would
Until
say
you
that if you did anything,
Find suits.
any suit, yeah. If you did a suit in the Crystal Dungeons and you go to Link to the Past, or you go to SM, and if you don't, then you start doing pendants at that point.
Yeah.
Gravity or Varia would open up quite a bit, though. Saving a little bit of time by checking that item. Yeah, both runners are collecting. Even Raikou started to pick up missiles that you could technically avoid, because at this point we're starting to get a little closer to the end of the seed, item wise. So you just gotta be careful about not having enough.
Yeah, I believe the most supers that either player has is maybe 35 at this point, which it's not a whole lot. They got a lot early, but there haven't been very many recently, so starting to realize that and picking up a little extra ammo on the way.
You don't want to be stuck in Mother Brain without enough ammo to kill her.
Definitely not.
So farming up health off this guy, for people who may be new, if you pop the block right above the door and those beams there, it'll lead you to both an energy and a missile refill.
We have access to Spike Cave as well, so I assume that we'll see Raikou tackle that after Hera here.
Oh, wait, what? Does he think he has access to Turtle Rock?
Maybe just opening up the portal for now. I'm not sure. I don't think he ever actually looked at what the item was on the bridge here either, and he does have the mirror now, or not the bridge, but the island.
Oh, yes, you're right, yeah.
Yeah, he never did check that. And now with the mirror, they did have access to it.
Linkforce definitely, hopefully watches this back and will learn there is a health tank up there. I don't know why they have that farm guy there, but they also put the energy tanks, the energy and missile station above. It's kind of.
I haven't been up there in a long time. That might just be a missile refill.
Is it?
It definitely has a missile refill. I'm not sure if it has health refill along with it.
I thought it was both. Oh.
It is both. Okay, yeah. I haven't been up there in a long time, so I'm not positive, but
yeah, I think it's supposed to be like. Because this is supposed to be your first boss, so I think they wanted to baby you a little bit. And like, you probably casually only have like 15 missiles and like 3 health tanks.
Mm-hmm.
And the mini crate deals actually quite a lot of damage. My favorite strat for this guy is just...
We are going crate surfing.
Yeah, crate surfing is fun. If very inconsistent. It does not work very well sometimes. Apparently that's the task strat, I've heard. Not sure the validity of that statement. Apparently the task also jumps on Crate's belly in something. Like when they're doing the And they jump on his belly and then do the quick kill. I've heard somebody told me that. Somebody mentioned tasks when I did that, but it's probably a lie.
Yeah, it looks like there is an item in the Hera basement, which is unfortunate. Just a full minute of watching tiles go across a room.
Oh yeah, wow. We have all the dungeon. We have all the key items for the dungeon. Oh, that's interesting. I've never seen somebody use that wall to prevent themselves from falling. Oh, there's a crystal at least.
See if Raiko decides to go back in and see what this item is now, or see if he wants to gamble it as nothing. Personally, with 3 other dungeons plus two pendant dungeons available, I think I gamble at this point that the basements have Hera is nothing, but I have been burned before, so. And Linkforce is going to be hot on RaikouRider's trail here, heading up to Hera.
Oh, there's a missile.
Just a misspec, but it's good to know. Not going to be stuck in the back of his head now. And that could be something.
And we're gonna see. Yep, there we go. He almost jumped down there. Like, no.
I'm surprised he pulled up the cape for this. I believe, ooh, that was close. I think the cane actually uses less magic.
It does.
Oh, and
Oh.
Raikou.
We say as somebody. This is why you slash the trees there, or the bushes there, to get a fairy drop. I don't know what Linkforce is doing. Oh, probably just doing that for the health refill and is gonna not activate his foot. Never mind.
Yeah, let's head back up to Hera.
Oh, right, he never did Hera.
Oh, may have
That was an
accidentally, yeah. Spin speed's a little tough to control at times, so.
I wonder what would happen if you EG'd into the door number for Super Metroid.
Yeah, not sure.
Food for thought.
I'm sure
All I
it's
know
something that could happen, but
all I know is EG doesn't work as intended in this ROM. Just for people who didn't know. That I found out yesterday. Had an accident, tried to leave, entered into some amalgamation of Link to the Past and Super Metroid sprites.
I'm not sure if we've seen either player check King's Tomb, so we're probably going to see Raiko do that here with Graveyard Ledge. Yeah, I believe, I know at least one of them checked Bonk Rocks, but then I think Linkforce checked Bonk Rocks and headed up to the Lumberjack area to see what was that.
I believe that sounds right.
I'm sure we'll see Raiko check both of these here pretty quickly, and then maybe even head over towards Catfish. Maybe not King's Tomb. I'm not sure where Raikou's headed here. Oh, he's probably going to do, yeah, all this stuff by the Smith house. Hammer pegs and magic bat. Maybe even take Gary's lunchbox on the south tour to get K45 if he hasn't done that yet. Where the points they can change games. So there's 4 warp points in either game. The house to the southeast of Link's house is linked to the map station area in Criteria in Super Metroid. There is the business center in Upper Norfair. The map station there is linked to Death Mountain. There's one in Meridia. The missile recharge just before Dragon, not just before, I guess just after Botspoon, is linked to the Dark World Ice Rod Cave. And then the energy recharge just after Gold Torizo is linked to the right side of Shadow of Mire.
Okay, I'm back. I had to fit something. Okay, I think RaikouRider might be going to Swamp? Maybe?
He's
Oh no, he's
definitely
to
gonna do
mirror
K45
locations.
first, yeah. He may head into Swamp after this. It's definitely a possibility. It's really odd now. Both players have been in the area for King's Tomb, with the ability to do it for a while, and haven't done it yet. It looks like he is going to be heading into Swamp. We'll see what Linkforce decides to do after Harry here.
I was missed it, but on the magic consumption tape, if you hold onto a wall, with the tape, nothing happens.
Yeah, it looks like Linkforce is going to head into Pod and finish up Eastern afterwards.
Tape doesn't drain magic if you're pulling on a wall or slashing your sword. If your sword is out, it doesn't drain magic hits. Very interesting.
I think I'm definitely a fan of the Palace of Darkness play here a little more. It is the other 5-6 crystal that we need to check the Pyramid Fairy, and I think overall I'd rather be able to go mode Swamp if possible. Obviously something could be in Swamp that we need, but I think at this point I'd rather gamble that Swamp just has nothing, just because it's such a pain to do the entire left side of it.
I do like the swamp play here because it is a crystal and 6 items. But pod is 5 items in a crystal, so it's very interesting. What's the other good crystal? Oh, it's Hera.
It's Pod. Yeah, Pod and Hera are the two.
Oh, well then, I also like the pod play because it's like 7 items. Then, wow, very interesting.
Yeah.
It's like
And
6,
also,
7.
having silvers obviously makes Helmless Orking a complete joke, and the second version or for phase of Argus is also a joke with the silver arrows. But with just the fighter sword, we're likely going to see Raikou switching between the hookshot and the hammer for each puff. You can do double hits or 2 puffs in one hammer swing if they're comfortable doing that. I think I'd rather come in here with just a better sword in general.
Yeah. It depends on the menu. Like your menu, and with this menu, I think it's faster. And then somebody timed out that if you only have to input twice, it's faster. Because if you do 2 spins, which you'll hit with the fighter sword, you'll still kill the puff in one go. So if you only have to input twice, it's faster to swap to hammer with sword. If you have to hit 3 times, so if there's ice rod or a bombos medallion, then it's faster to just do sword spins.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of odd things that have been mathed out because of Randomizer that nobody would have ever thought to math out before this.
Mm-hmm. We find the X-ray scope.
Well, I mean, it's minorly useful. X-ray jumps are banned, so even if they knew them, can't do them. Sorry, not X-ray jumps. Sorry, X-ray climbs. No backdooring into gravity. I actually don't think worked in anything but door rando, because I don't think the door is registered on the other side to connect to any room, from what I've been told. At the very least, last I heard is that nobody actually 100% knew if that door connected somewhere. I just remember watching a door rando and somebody going in there.
Yeah, and with the map pickup there from Raikou, we'll likely see them head back into Swamp after clearing out Argus, the left 2 items. So I think in general the way you want to approach Swamp is if you happen to find the map or compass before being able to go to the back end of the dungeon towards Argus, I think you just clear out the left side immediately as you're there. But if you don't find the map or compass, I think you just gamble that they're either both over there or they're over there along with maybe the big key, and then the last map or compass is either in the big chest.
I'd like to pay respects to RaikouRider's menu time. It is never going to be the same again.
God, the hammer hitbox is just so terrible.
Truth.
Oh, he's got to be careful here. Getting a little low on health.
Made a few menu mistakes. Oh yeah, and see, he's dodging it. If you drop these puffs from below, your hitbox is inside. So you have to be very quick, or else you'll take damage. Oh, bullet silvers. There you go. Kind of hard to hit Argus sometimes.
Holy!
He took that a few too many steps there. Got there though, but that was a little risky. I'm pretty
a little close there.
Pretty sure he does too.
I was a little focused on that Argus fight and didn't see a whole lot of what was grabbed out of Palace of Darkness, but it does not look like we found anything of much value The swamp and Palace of Darkness may both just lead to nothing here. Oh, actually, yeah, no. You're right. There is the ice rod. Ice rod was found in pod. My mistake. Sorry, Commodore.
Literally, don't follow me. That's Commodore Shills. We'll see what... I'm really curious to see what's at the Pyramid Ferry and the pyramid itself.
Yeah, we haven't seen Pyramid or Catfish yet.
This is what happens when our hammer is an hour and a half in.
Ooh, and Spring Ball. Spring Ball on the left side of Swamp. The
Yay.
best item in Super Metroid.
Absolutely.
And now with this land, Linkforce going to head back into Eastern and finish off Armless Knights here. Not have to worry about doing that Igor room in the dark anymore. Looks like Raikou's going to be heading towards Checkerboard Cave and then probably going to finish off Desert Palace as well. But bug net to make getting safety ferries easier. A little bit easier.
But we might get to see desert now. Still haven't seen what's it? Screw.
Yeah, neither player has gone into the lower Norfair portal yet.
Without suits, we're still pretty limited in Super Metroid. We haven't seen north of Red Tower, I don't think. Top part. That's a bit deeper. Swamp.
This is one of our desert items. Just one more, and then we can go kill Amolas. See if Linkforce decides to go straight to the pyramid. Looks like he is planning on that. Could also be going to Swamp here, but
Oh, we're gonna see it. Oh, and this is, well, this is the last crystal. The last crystal is being done on Raikou's side that we can see completely. That's a lot of crystals to have done already, 5. But yeah, like you said, I think Red Ship might be next. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a suit or Samaria. Maybe both suits are going to be in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's-
Man, at this point, you really wanna see at least one of those suits.
If you see Varia, and you know, there's a few ways to get out of Dragon. So, like, if they know any of them to get out of Dragon, like, even just the, like,
Yeah, but they're gonna need
grapple for the
grapple
easiest
before
one.
doing ooh, the mushroom we find in Pyramid Fairy Cave.
Interesting.
Looks like Linkforce is gonna also throw a bottle into
Yes.
the fairy's fountain and see
Oh.
what he gets out of it.
Weird, it threw in as if it was the B one. I wonder why. Oh, it's a fairy!
Ooh, nice fairy.
He can do that with his other bottle, I don't know why he doesn't. Oh, maybe you have to... Oh, yes, it's faster to add it than just wait there. Actually, I don't think it is. It's, like, close, though. It's real frustrating to get this fairy to talk to you again after it's talked to you.
And with desert finished up, Raikou's gonna head into Pod, get his ice rod, and also complete his 6th crystal. It's like he's not sure exactly what he wants to do here. Not to check catfish, instead. Probably gonna head and do desert.
Yeah, we're probably not to see anything new, actually, for a little bit now. As they're going to be doubling over their own footsteps unless we see something drastic here. Like, check in space jump. Please. Please, yes. Do it on the way back.
Looks like our runners here are gonna be, for the most part, just doing some cleanup of what the others already done.
Yeah. So, I guess that is a decent time to at least tell people, like, yeah, this tournament is actually for cash prizes. There is a prize pool that you can actually cause go up by using the site linked by Commodore there. Only open to non-US residents over the age of 18. But any proceeds that's been given yet will go back into the tournament. That is also available for the Super Mario World tournament starting up today? Today or tomorrow, I think.
So after Raikou finishes Pod here, I gotta think he's gonna head back into Super Metroid and go to direct ship. Well, I guess he might do Pyramid Fairy first, and maybe even go and check Catfish, but there's not a whole lot more in Link to the Past they can actually access yet. There's still Skullwoods and Ice Palace as well, but I gotta think that you just want to avoid doing pendants as much as possible when there's still required stuff in either game to do.
And there is a crystal for Linkforce.
Raikou cannot clear Turtle Rock yet. They still need the Cane of Samaria to get inside. Well, logically they need a cane to do anything inside. If Raikou decides that, you know, maybe he wants to try and hover everywhere in Turtle Rock, then that's going to be on him, but... It's like the mushroom led to absolutely nothing. Super missiles. And Linkforce gonna be heading down towards Swamp, probably. And Linkforce is still gonna have to go into Dark Crossroom at some point to get his Fire Rod. But I'm not. I mean, that's gonna be probably one of the last things that's on his mind at this point. Neither player has done Catfish yet. No. We may see that coming up from Raikou. After finishing Pod, he's probably going to go get the Big Bomb and do the Fairy Pyramid, or the Pyramid Fairy and the Pyramid check itself. So we may see them go to Catfish after that. I believe, apart from Catfish, the only other area we have is accessible besides the two pendant dungeons in A Link to the Past that we haven't seen yet. It's King's Tomb.
What do you play on, Ivan?
I play on an SD2 SNES.
Nice. I play on a SNES Classic.
Ooh.
as well as Retro Art, because I don't have a capture card yet. But man, that SNES Classic was worth the money as a random machine. Random machine with SNES controller.
Yeah, that's basically what my SD to SNES has turned into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, King's Tomb definitely could have something. They've had access to King's Tomb for a long time. Ever since basically the 10-minute mark, they could have had access to King's Tomb with the boots being in the Mire Shed.
Yes, this is... Well, no, Flute. Flute was,
I thought it was Hype
hard,
Cave.
wasn't it? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Apparently, we have killed the tracker.
Well, it was nice knowing him. I will miss him.
Yeah, Kama. I think we're the final blow after. No, just.
You can get 07. You can get 07 for Commodore in the chat as a final farewell.
I used the upgraded 07.
So bring me a King's Tomb. Well, hopefully, for our players, nothing is buried at King's Tomb because they're gonna feel real bad about not checking that for a long time if there is.
No, we've seen Kin's Tomb, 100%.
Have we?
Yeah, Raikou saw it when he checked other things. It was nothing. But Linkforce gonna feel real bad if it was something.
Oh, did he?
Pretty sure. Commodore is talking like there's something important there. And I'm looking at their things. I don't see anything on the tracker to claim that they were different. Unless it was... No, it was an ice rock.
Maybe he did.
Commodore is
I
real
do,
bad.
because I do remember him going up to Graveyard Ledge earlier. But I know he died shortly after, but I thought it was before King's Tomb. Maybe it was after. Maybe I'm just crazy. I need more sleep.
Me too. Oh, we're seeing sword spin strats.
Oh my lord. Varia suit at the catfish.
Ah! That's been available since forever! Wow, that's been available for like 2 hours.
Dirty
No, not
catfish.
2 hours. 90 minutes we've had that. Because that flippers was not hard to find. Oh my.
Yeah, no, Flippers is just a Dagina.
Oh my gosh, that's been available since like minute 10, technically. Jeez.
I think it was a little hasty in save quitting and resetting into Super Metroid there.
Do you think he doesn't have Varia?
No, I think I think he just got Varia and went, oh, I need to go to Super Metroid immediately instead of maybe warping to the Light World and going to Death Mountain first. So we may see him I've done this before too. We may see him go back to Link Past or just head straight to
unless he plans to do. He might be waiting for a suit or delaying. I know a lot of people have problems with
Link.
suitless. Ooh, watch out!
Oh!
Oh!
You know what? He has fairies. He's gotten fairies from the
right.
The Pyramid Fairy.
So I think we might see Raikou do Ret Chip. Because now he's Ret Chip is far less scary. Suitless Ret Chip is terrifying. Everything there deals too much damage.
It looks like he's gonna Hodor that way.
Yeah, like Suitless Ret Chip is something I leave to very, very, very last. I feel like the SM players though are much more used to it. At least people who are up to date. Oh, never mind.
No, he's gonna head down Red Tower instead. Yeah, I think he was a little too hasty.
Well, I mean,
this is a little excited. Just seeing the Varia suit. Because ideally, you just warp to Death Mountain and go into Norfair from there.
He still has to get the Red Tower items. This isn't awful.
Oh, has he not been down Red Tower? Oh, I guess
Oh,
no. Yeah, he went straight down. He went straight down after getting here from Brinstar, I guess.
Let's see if there's anything at ship. We really aren't. There isn't that many items now with that Varia found. Like there's a lot of spots, but
Yeah, no, we just need a gravity suit and the red cane.
and gravity,
And,
you can stip.
either charge or a lot more ammo.
You can stip gravity with a few more items. Just need that grappling beam and some skill.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's climbing back up. He's climbing up Red Tower.
I'm not sure how comfortable our players are with suitless Meridia, but that is something they could do.
Well, thanks to the Meridia portal, you don't have to do as much. It's not too bad to climb up that one room.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if you're just like that's why I really like this right now. Sometimes you just skip Meridia entirely. It's like, I don't have to do anything except for kill Dragon, so I will do that. The hardest room is obviously the sandpit room, though, because if you get stuck in the sandpit without gravity,
Yeah, it's real hard to get out of there.
Yeah, you have to be really careful. But a lot of that room is not water, so if you have space jump, you can kind of get around that. You know, it's still hard, but.
Bombos is in the ocean, so all of our pendant dungeons are now available.
Well, that's interesting.
I think the only way that pedestal can be a thing is if gravity suit is on pedestal.
And in which case, suddenly they learn how to do sprint ball jumps out of. Can you sprint ball jump out of it without gravity suit?
I do
Isn't
not
that really
know.
weird? Like,
I'm not sure.
there's one trick that I haven't looked up. That's really
maybe with
weird.
high jump. I doubt it without high jump.
I've seen people do that weird thing where they like go in and out of morph, or like with sprint ball jump to jump like to raise their height infinitely. Don't know how that works.
That you need a grapple block for.
Oh, can you use the turrets for that?
I don't think so because you can't actually swing on the turrets.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never understood that trick, and luckily I don't play hard mode, so.
Or not, at least you can't swing in the way you need to on the turrets to do that.
I mean, charge could also be on pedestal, which would be like,
It could
so
be.
time we need ice.
I mean, at that point, I think you just look for the ammo and not do
Hopefully.
in the dungeons.
Yeah, exactly. You just hope that there's like, I mean, there's generally usually enough ammo just by playing the game. In this one, you usually
almost looked like he was trying to super fan tune at first, or for the first shot.
he made the right choice, not doing that.
Yeah, he just shot him with a super. It's not I mean, it's not a huge deal, especially with screw attack, but this does take a little time.
Yeah.
Just to get through this phase, so certainly won't be dying, but it's just gonna be a little slower.
I just realized we only have pendants and turtle rot left. That's the past.
We are still going to need one more sword as well. We're still on the fighter sword. We
Oh,
do need
yeah.
at least the master sword to fight Ganon.
Oh, he got the fence dash and then canceled fence dash.
Yeah, we're waiting for the red cane, probably the gravity suit, and at least one more sword. And then either charge beam or some more ammo. We are getting fairly close to go mode for our players.
Yeah, still a lot of the game to check, but looks like Meridia has nothing. Well, that's not true. It could have all 3 swords. But from what we can tell, it doesn't have anything. So,
Fence dash is it's a trick just outside of the Smith House area. If you dash up on the correct pixel, you can actually like brush up against the fence and keep dashing up instead of bonking on that fence. Oh, and there is another sword in the wrecked ship.
So there we go. So yeah, Meridia is absolutely not required. So that's quite a lot of chats that's just kind of cut out. Nothing in Meridia can be in logic without gravities.
I mean, Red Cane could be in there.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. I'm confident I wrote Red King.
I mean, Grapple could be hiding at Dragon or the missile by Dragon too, so. And Linkforce heading back into Super Metroid without the Varia suit. I'm wondering where he's going to be headed. Possibly to the right side of the climb. I don't think either player checked that super. I'm not sure exactly what else he can do here. I guess he's going to head to wreck ship too. I guess that does make sense.
You know, I know it's understated, but I think it was really cool that Super Metroid was the same in both Japan and America.
Yeah, it's the same actual cartridge.
Like, is the only does it? I've actually never seen like the JP cart, but is it does it have JP set to like default, or do you actually have to go in when you?
I'm not sure. I know that the US box art is a lot cooler.
It is.
Yeah, it's got Samus shooting Ridley instead of just like a ominous space scene with a Metroid or whatever the J card is.
I wish that they did that more often. It just had the same cart. They were ahead of their time, man. That's just the norm nowadays. But it's pretty nice to
Oh
see.
yeah, something that the RaikouRider did minutes ago. He used the save in the middle of wrecked ship there, and then went to check where the E-tank is, all the way in that past that room of all the spikes. That room's a pain in the butt to get through either way, and if there's nothing there, you can just reset your console or emulator or whatever you're using, and just go back to the save point, not have to worry about backtracking all the way through there. And that's used in a couple places in these combo randomizers, save a little time. Yeah, there are actually pretty recently they've been working on a Zelda 1 and Metroid 1 combo randomizer. I'm not sure exactly how far in development it is. I know I've seen people playing it. And Morph Ball Bomb.
It's oddly always been functional. Since the day I saw it, it was actually very functional, and it's because it's just a Lua script. So it's not as complicated as this, where it can actually run on console.
Right.
And I don't know if it ever will.
We did see morph ball bombs at the reserve tank spot in the wrecked ship. At this point, I doubt we'll see either player go for it. Possibly Linkforce, since he does not have the spring ball yet. But I think that's still with 40 power bombs at least. I think that's a little out of the way just for bombs.
Oh. Link doesn't have Varia. Oh no, Varia's in.
No, Varia's a catfish.
Hmm.
Yeah, he hasn't
Uh-oh.
been to catfish yet.
He's gonna be disappointed by this red ship. Well,
Yeah.
not necessarily.
can-
We haven't
he
seen
can-
all of it.
He can still full clear it, so it's not a huge deal. He's just going to take a little extra damage from enemies.
Is he forgetting the other item? Behind that chorizo?
Yeah. RaikouRider did not check the item before the Shine Spark Shaft that the Choza statue holds.
Oh well.
So for his sake, hopefully that's nothing there, but that could be big. If that's gravity suit or the cane or something that leads to it, that could be big.
Yeah, he did it. I was like, I don't think you're getting out of there without the bomb, but he did. Saving his power bombs. Got 35, still didn't save him.
Yeah, but at this point, I think that Raikou is going to assume that the wreck ship is completely cleared out, so I don't even know if that's going to be even in his head. He may just think in his head that he's all that's back there is the bombs.
Even if he saw the item at ship reserve, there's still an item before the ship reserve, so.
Oh yeah, both of our players do have bombos. They got that from the
I missed
ocean.
that. I'm not used to tracking, let alone doing both. At least I remember to mark down Fantoon and the sword.
Link's gonna have to be a little careful. He's taking a bunch of damage on Fantoon already. He's getting a slow pattern here, so use this time to farm those flames.
He's going to it! He actually just
Oh,
killed
yeah.
Chorizo like, pretty easily with his equipment.
We're going to get our first look into Lower Norfair here.
We didn't just beat Lower Norfair, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, we're just gonna do all of Norfair today. Ow! He just sits on you every time. Let's see if he knows how to do this fight. I don't think he knows how to do the easy.
Yeah, it should still be fine. These supers do hurt when they get thrown back at you. They do 100 damage each, but
You're also dealing a lot of damage.
Finish that off there. And looks like nothing in Gultrizo's room.
Nothing was there. That's, I mean, at least they weren't like missing this forever.
Yeah. Ooh, Link. Link's gotta be really careful here. Shoot these flames. Oh no!
Oh, he got hit by one spawning.
Yeah. There's health there, and he ran into a little too soon when that flame wasn't completely dead yet. Really unfortunate there. So we'll have to go back and collect Bombos again, and then head back into Fantoon.
Looks like Raikou is gonna do the very common, like, farming supers from these guys. Very common after chargeless. Very good mock ball. Oh yeah, we have more than enough ammo to kill Mother Brain. By the way, I'm pretty sure at 150. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, as I'm not sure the exact ammo count.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
count. Need 18,000 damage. 50 supers is 15k. So we need an extra. 3,000. What? 30 missiles? Is that wrong? No, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Both players should have plenty of ammo at this point. 30 for the tank, or 36 for the tank, and then should have at least enough for 18,000 on Mother Brain.
Also, Raikou now has his fire rod. Oh no, Raikou's always had the fire rod.
Yeah.
Where's Raikou missing?
The cane?
Kane and
And Rabbit.
Rav. Okay, I thought he was missing something else from the thing, but turns out no. Well, unless that he's missing that one item spot.
You know, he's had that fire rod since really early on, but it really,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it hasn't done much for them. So
Yeah, they found
Hasn't
Lamp
given him
before it
a-
mattered.
yeah, it hasn't given him a whole lot of an advantage.
It wasn't like Lamp was at like Ridley or something dumb. Let's save at the Ridley. Save. There's a great guides for both games' landmarks. Super Metroid specifically has an entire wiki dedicated to speedrunning it, and including all of the names used. And pretty much every room has an interesting name in Super Metroid. It's pretty cool. There's a Mickey Mouse. Oh, geez, these guys will one-shot him. So just gotta be a little careful.
Yeah, it's pretty low on health there. Yeah. Yeah, stuff in Lower Norfair does a lot of damage.
Horse Room in the game is a great name. Mickey Mouse Room's a great name. No grapple beam for easy farming is going to be a little annoying.
It looks like this Fantoon's gone a little better for Link already. That's a good sign.
It does. Going for a lavage dive does not help. Alright, he's our rhythm now.
Fantoon's just about dead here. One super should do it. Careful of those flames, though.
Yeah, they still hurt.
Gotta be careful of those flames.
He's got a reserve.
Yeah.
Oh, ooh,
We try to snipe through the circle of flames there. There we go.
RaikouRider's gotta be real careful about this farm. It's gonna take him a while. But can't get hit and get knocked into the lava.
Spring Ball was Oh, Linkforce is trying to Crystal Flash here.
Can't do it with reserves, as I learned.
This is not going to work. You need to empty reserves and below 50 energy for this to work.
It's probably getting mad like I was. No, you do not.
Man, where was Spring Ball?
It was somewhere. Yeah, he's almost got health, but he's gonna wait until he is full, and maybe a few more supers just to...
I think Spring Ball was in Pyramid Fairy? Maybe not?
No, nothing was in Pyramid Fairy.
Where the hell
Maybe an E-Tank.
Oh, it was Left Side Swamp. Yeah.
Yeah, it was somewhere annoying, but I just can't remember where. He is these guys desync really badly. He's at full.
Ooh. Gotta be careful, Link. Goes gonna head into Ridley. Should be pretty easy with 44 supers. Just needs 30 on Ridley to kill him. It's already taken about half damage here. He's gonna have to start being a little careful. Looks like is enough, and Ridley is going to explode. Yeah, Wave is still the only beam we have actually seen so far. Ooh. Gotta be careful on these platforms, man. These platforms are really weird. Oh, it's actually gonna allow him to Crystal Flash, though. Oh, it would have worked if... Oh, he got out of morph.
He knows the concept, but doesn't know...
That was really close. He almost did that again. Yeah. So those platforms...
Okay.
Those platforms are really strange. And if you turn around on them, like right as you're landing on them, you'll just go through them, and you'll take double damage from those spikes, which already do 100 damage with the power suit.
So I don't think he knows the button combination.
Yeah, he may not.
For those of you curious what he's trying to do, press LR, down, and then power bomb?
Yeah. You hold LR and then get into morph ball, hold down, and then power bomb and hold Y.
And you have to hold it the whole time. Right? Correct?
Yeah, until like the Crystal Flash starts at least.
Yeah. So he might be just doing the button press for the power bomb, but not holding it through the animation.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, without an input display, it's not gonna it's gonna be a little hard to figure out exactly what's going wrong, but.
Also, apparently he's on keyboard, which unless he has a gaming
that's
keyboard,
true, yeah.
will not work. Because you can't hold that many keys on a lot of keyboards.
Yeah.
That could actually be a problem. This is, friends, why you don't play SNES games on a keyboard. Many other reasons, but I don't know how people play on keyboard. It's ridiculous. Like anything other than RPGs.
Ooh, and the Cane of Samaria is in Lower Norfair Escape. Past
Wow.
Springball Maze.
I haven't seen Springball Maze in years.
RaikouRider is just going to be looking for the gravity suit at this point.
It's been so long.
Oh, without high jump, he's going to have to probably jump in mid-air Morphere. I don't think Springball does it.
He's like, wait, what? That's actually a weird one. There we go. We got there.
Actually using X-ray for its intended purpose there. Rarely seen.
To be fair, that maze is real confusing if you've never seen it before. Or if it's been a while. Like, I actually wouldn't have realized that you can high jump in there. So at this point, like, they're very close. If they find gravity or grapple, and grapple could actually, you know, if they know what all the trance. So I've seen people escape with just grapple.
Yeah, if I'm not sure if either player is comfortable escaping from Dragon's room without gravity suit, but it is definitely a possibility if they do run into it.
Here's the moment of truth though for Raikou. If gravity suit is at that chorizo.
Yeah, we'll find out soon. Hopefully, gravity suit very well could be at that Chozo statue and the end of Rex ship.
Otherwise, I mean, at this point, I'd probably just gravity suit can't be at GT either, so that's out of the question. But it could be at any pendant or Turtle Rock. Or, you know, anywhere in Upper Norfair, including Croc, which we haven't seen any of. Norfair is completely unexplored at this point.
We're in our first look in Upper Norfair here. Oh,
hey!
Very nice. Always good to have.
Yeah. We have X-ray, so charge would be really nice.
Mm-hmm.
Plasma wave, pretty neat.
Yeah, it's always weird to see. It's always weird to see plasma without wave. It's just one little string.
It is. Plasma at first item in Metroid Randomizer is always interesting because the beam is a little wonky. Actually, it's got like a super small hitbox, so
just a little noodle.
It's a slightly smaller hitbox actually than the regular beam.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not 100% sure. Could be a visual thing, but yeah, no, it's super weird to use. I've made a lot of shots and been like, oh, okay, that didn't hit. Then you get like one of those mods where you can do spacer and plasma.
And
oh, gravity suit.
RaikouRider is now in go mode.
Of course, having to farm up again. It's
an unfortunate thing. How comfortable he is with Master Sword Ganon fight, but
it's got silvers, so the hard part is out.
Yeah.
Don't farm, just go. Just go kill the big shrimp.
Wow.
What's the fastest way? It's just leaving, right? Like just leaving and then taking the Meridia portal?
Probably at this point, yeah. Actually, yeah, probably at this point you just leave through Norfair portal, go do Turtle Rock, finish Ganon's tower, and then go through the Meridia portal.
I feel like it's almost faster to Meridia first.
It might be.
It might this might be that rare case where it's faster to do Super Metroid last. Sorry, Link to the Past last. It might actually be faster because you do Meridia.
Oh, he just reset to Metroid again.
Huh.
Sure, where he's going. Oh, probably just refilling ammo.
Well, I mean, it's going to take time to do Super Metroid, sure, but you can refill after killing the Zebs and the armor. There's a
Yeah,
certain point you can go
once Mother
back
Brain's
during Mother Brain.
once that glass is all gone from Mother Brain, it stays gone. So as long as clear all that out, then you can go back and refill missiles. And Linkforce is going to pick up his bombs here.
Oh, he's become more ones. You definitely don't need these, so it's very interesting.
Yeah, I think at this point it's definitely worth it to skip those.
I can't think of anything that actually requires them. Like at this point, with when you have 40 power bombs, you don't need much else in the world.
Where are we headed?
I don't know. I guess Meridia now.
Yeah, he's going to Meridia.
Yeah, so I think he might do Super Metroid first.
Maybe.
Because like you have to do Meridian now, and Turtle Rock leads to Ganon's Tower, which leads to Ganon. So it might just be faster.
Yeah.
In the end.
I don't know. I think I would probably just take that Norfair warp to Death Mountain, go straight up and do Turtle Rock and Ganon's Tower, and then kill Ganon, and then warp back to the Light World, and then fly to wherever to warp to the Dark World to come over here. And it's super that way.
Everyone always finishes in Super Metroid, though.
Yeah.
It is faster, so unless you're like literally, unless like your last kill's like Kraid, maybe. Even then, I don't know. Yeah, doing reverse boss order can happen a lot in these, just by like happenstance of where Kraid is and like the amount of items you have access to so quickly. Like it's a lot of times where you end up doing like Ridley, then you go up and then you go to Meridia through the pipe, and then you go to like then you did Forgotten Highway to Fantoon, and you're like, why stuff to go kill Kraid? And yeah, and every once in a while you'll see Suitless and Normal from some of the top players if they determine that it's.
Well, Linkforce is actually gonna take the gamble and go into Mire here.
You have to fight this legitimately. Linkforce is unfortunately in a pendant. When he doesn't have Varia yet.
Yeah, he's not sure where Varia is.
He's missing 2 items in really out of the way locations. What happened there? I've never seen Dragon do that.
So if you lay a power bombs destroy all the goop that Dragon spits out. But if you get grabbed and then the power bomb kills the goop that's attached to you,
she just fires herself into the sky?
Yeah, she'll just leave the screen.
Oh.
If she grabs you before it like destroys the goop that's attached to you, then she'll still like grab you normally. But if she grabs you after, if the goop gets destroyed before she gets a chance to touch you, then
she just
goes away, yeah, and starts swooping again.
I've never seen her just shoot it. It was like a full-blown "my planet needs me" moment.
Yeah.
Oh, in there already. Jimmy, there you go. Never noticed how fast she just zooms up when you get caught and you break out.
See you later, Dragon.
she just goes flying there. And he's been getting good luck with this too. I dare Joe Dragon. Bye bye. If only you died as fast as you shot up that screen. You're seeing a chat. May as well charge. Stealth in. That's an eating. Not gonna grab it.
Hopefully for Linkforce's sake, he doesn't decide to go into Ice Palace with Bombos after this.
Yeah.
Still missing that Fire Rod, so hopefully that keeps him away from that, and Skullwoods as well.
Fire Rod being at Dark Cross, and Varia was at Lincoln. Yeah, those are two very out of the way locations.
Mm-hmm.
And he's missing those very important items. Everything is locked behind that Varia. Or at least not everything, but the rest. It's real rough. Okay, so it looks like he's gonna go to Turtle Rock and Ganon's Tower. Which is a good play, because you want as many missiles as you can get. And Charge Beam cannot be at cannot be in Ganon's Tower either, so that is something to keep in mind. He cannot get bailed out by Charge unless it is on the way in Turtle Rock. You don't need ice. They have more than enough power bombs. Mother Brain is either... To access Mother Brain, you either need ice or you need 3 power bombs per Metroid room.
Yeah, ice is just convenient at this point.
They've had more than enough power bombs, but they could individually kill each Metroid with 3 power bombs, and I think they would still have enough.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they would. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, they have at least 40 power bombs. So
yeah, they actually have enough power bombs to individually kill each Metroid. It's quite hilarious actually. And we're gonna see Turtle Rock here. Fun fact about that Turtle Rock, then you can be like still on the stairs and activate the Turtle Rock door. It's pretty cool.
I don't think it's not going backwards. I think he gambled that the big key was not in the vanilla big key chest, and it just turns out it is. So he's got to go get it before finishing the dungeon.
No, he did do that, but it was a small key in the chest, so there's an item here. He was gambling that there was no item here.
Yeah.
The big
man.
I think he had the bid key chest lodged in reverse. He got the bid key from the chest, the other Firelock chest, and that. So there's a logic quirk. If you find the bid key in that chest, there has to be a small key at the vanilla bid key.
Okay.
Every time. So he might have had the quirk reversed, and that was the bid key up there, which means anything can be down here.
That's good to know. I think that there's also something like if there's a small key in that chest above the 4 torches, then the big key has to be vanilla or something too.
Yeah, it's real weird. The key logic in here is real weird because unlike the Super Metroid Randomizer, Link to the Past assumes you make the worst decisions possible every time. Including, wasting keys on doors you don't need to access. Well, the Super Metroid Randomizer actually, will punish you for going into useless rooms. Like, if you enter the save room in Green Brinstar before, with no power and with 1 power bomb, in other words, you'd get there with 0. Will soft lock. Or actually, no, you'll hard lock. You are unable to progress in the game at all. The game is completely unbeatable.
It looks like he is going to make that Skullwoods play as well.
He might be going for the pedestal. might be thinking this seed was so bad. Gotta do this.
Well, I mean, he's looking for the cane before he can even do the pedestal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And so it's It's interesting. This is very.
We obviously know is in lower Norfair, but yeah, that Varia suit's just blocking him up from everything right now.
Yes. Melted Fox, that is for hard mode. In hard mode, the suits can be in like Varia can be in in upper Norfair, and gravity can be anywhere that isn't past. You can go all the way to Batoon. It can also require you to do the stuff behind Batoon with the gravity suit, I think, or without a gravity suit. So I think gravity can actually be at Dragon in hard mode, but that's about the weirdest thing that could happen. But this is normal mode, so the suits cannot be in their areas that they make easy.
And unfortunately, again, is making that play into Ice Palace now with Bombos.
He's gonna get hit by this. Yep. Gonna have to kill that guy on his way back, though.
Yeah, still probably gonna need that key.
Definitely didn't need that key.
Vanilla big key chest.
Bad. You didn't need that key? Oh, this could be bad.
Oh no, yeah.
He's gonna have to get real lucky here. Wait. No, he needs that key. Nope, he definitely needs that key, 100%.
Yeah, he is gonna need it.
There's no getting out of that key. And he's skipping the bid chest. That's definitely gonna team
No,
long.
he already. Oh yeah, no, because he didn't have the big
Yep.
key. Yeah, so that's.
He's gonna get roadblocked real fast here.
Yep.
So he's saying you already grabbed it?
No, he went by the big chest. He did
Yeah.
mimic it and walked by the big chest because he didn't have the big key yet. I mean, there still could be a small key here, but
You need. I'm 99% sure you need one more bid key, and it has to be that one. Like I don't think there's another bit small key.
yeah,
It has to
it's
be that
gotta be
one.
the pokey key.
It's gonna get a lot of items, but it's gonna be locked out. It's gonna be very confused in a moment.
Because the only way you skip a key in here is if you steal a pokey key.
That's why the vanilla bid key chest is the most terrifying chest in Key Sanity. It's like the difference between it's like literally the last shit you make in Key Sanity. ever, because that other key can be quite annoying.
don't use
Wow,
that
he
door.
fell through the wall. Oh, he can't mirror back. I'd like to point out though that that guy fell through like the floor. His sprite looked like it fell through the floor. It was quite interesting.
Oh,
Wait,
okay,
what?
maybe we're wrong.
Oh, never mind. Somebody was right when he saw
never
that.
mind.
He apparently already got the Poke Key. I don't know who put it in chat for that.
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Oh, Ride Belch Saints.
I wonder why he decided not to. Because if he got the Poke Key and skipped it and then went back after Mimikate, that's just weird
Probably
routing.
got the. I was looking at the Ice Palace when it was happening, so I think we all were. But at this point, we know there's nothing there, so
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it's just a little strange routing there, but.
And so not using the hammer here means that you have to have pretty much perfect fight.
Yeah, without half magic, this is a really tight fight with the Master Sword.
I think you might have a blue.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I believe he
and
does have a blue potion, and
if
he's
he
probably
doesn't,
gonna need to
though,
use it.
you will absolutely need to. Okay, we're all good then.
Ooh, just one more swing. Oh, nope, several more. Still pretty good kill on Trinex there.
And on to GT we go. That thing that people like to do is talked about in the chat right now.
Oh yeah, get your guesses in. Where is the big key gonna be?
You too can be on a leaderboard that is just about RNG. Like the Speedruns Live leaderboard for Rando.
Where do you think it's gonna be, Zelma's?
Let's just go with 2.
Ooh,
Hey, what? I didn't know ice could be in here. Oh, that's cool. I thought ice was one of those items that couldn't be in here.
Yeah, I mean, I never knew actually if Powerbomb Metroids was considered in logic, but I guess it is.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I mean, you can, because I don't know, the logic is weird for that. Because even if it's not in logic and you're supposed to have ice, you can still get into Ganondorf's Tower before going to finish Super Metroid. It's not like there's any items at the end of the game that are gonna stop you from, clearing out. There's not any items in Torian or anything past that, and there are ways to skip needing ice for any progression.
So I guess maybe I've misunderstood all these years what the
So, but luckily he
logic
does have a
means.
berry. Ooh, and there's the big key. I believe that was 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, counting the torch.
Also, I guess I'll shout this out since it was just kind of sort of announced officially. There is going to be the Super Metroid Community Relay is on the 20th of January. So if you like the Super Metroid half of this randomizer, you should watch that. It's like every category, including randomizer.
Absolutely, taking part in a couple of those. They're really fun.
I will be in it for item rando this time. How did he hit that twice?
I am not sure.
That was very odd. I've always gone up there and never had that happen.
So we'll see what Linkforce decides to do here. Looks like he is going to head towards Dark Cross at this point, so he will pick up his Fire Rod.
Yay!
But that may just lead him back to Skull Woods again.
Fire Rod and everyone. Chat is unsure.
Hang on, Commodore.
Apparently-
We'll pause here soon. We can see if he has a pendant. I know he did. He did take a death, but he had a fairy. And then I missed if he got the killing cold stare or not. I would assume he did, but we'll see.
Oh, he doesn't have a pendant. Wait, no, I was looking at the wrong person. For some reason, I thought we were talking about Raikou, but I'm like,
He is pulling on that chest.
come on, just go.
Yeah, he's got Fire Rod now.
Oh, misses the one.
Let's see.
Oh, he got it.
Let's see the pause. Do we have a pendant? You know you want a flute?
He doesn't want a flute. He wants
You
to go
want a
till, no,
Trust
he's
me,
gonna
you
go
want
to
a flute.
pedestal. He's going to pedestal.
He can't do pedestal yet.
No, you're right. He's going to swamp. Skull.
Yeah, he's heading up to Skullwoods. So we will get a pause eventually. He's gonna have to pull out that Fire Rod.
Eventually. For now, though, Raikou is done with the combat portions. Just
The
got
biggest
torch puzzles.
mysteries. Does he or doesn't he have that pendant? Get your guesses in.
How has it taken this long? Also, I forgot about the T game.
Hmm?
I kind of forgot. I actually don't remember what the Bicky was on.
It was 6.
Oh, okay. I should probably do that.
Alright, here comes the pause. Here comes the pause. Any second.
Y'all could have totally,
Any second now.
could have totally cheated there, and somebody could have typed it.
Oh, and I missed it. I was watching Circle of Pots Room.
Circle Potts room is good.
Okay, but it's fine because he's gonna mirror here, and I'm gonna watch this screen.
One day we'll find out if he
We're
has
gonna
the
find
pendant.
out if he has this pendant right here. He's got the
He has a
pendant.
blue one. Yeah, he has it. We're good. Confirmed. Look,
Yeah,
the
that is-
controller lasted 5
that is-
years!
That is quite the crew.
5 years! It's an Xbox One controller from launch!
Oh man.
It's still, I took good care of it. It still works, but the USB port is busted. I could technically just buy a wireless adapter.
So I'm assuming Linkforce is going to be turning in the green pendant after this. Don't know what we'll find there, but it's certainly not the Varia suit, the gravity suit, or the cane, as we already know. So hopefully he will be heading up to Catfish at some point soon, because there's not a whole lot else that he can really do.
Blue balls all day. Mates up for it with a triple though. There we go.
Having a little bit of trouble with this moth fight here too. Unfortunately, it does take a death. Not sure if he has another fairy. Oh, he does. He's just loaded with fairies. Raiko heading into the Ganon fight with just Master Sword and one blue potion. Not sure how comfortable he is with Master Sword Ganon, so he may opt to go buy some more potions. And looks like he's just going to throw the empty potions into the wishing well here, fairy fountain here. Oh, and Link finishing off Moth with one heart left. Just a compass for his trouble. Probably gonna go check out the big chest here as well. I believe the last item from Skullwoods is in the big chest.
We're definitely taking it safe here. Within all the fairies. Luckily, you only have to do the first few phases with Master Sword. But
yeah, it is still with Master Sword you have to do 12 spin slashes in each phase.
And then 4 in the other phase, which you have to actually be. You have to be a little bit more careful, because if you miss a spin at the wrong time, then you might have to deal with the Fire Ring. Hopefully, he just goes to like the corner, like this, or just against the floor. You still have to be careful though, because this trident hurts. He's in green mails. Gen and HUDs also will kill you. So can't get HUD.
And I believe the blue mail was found in Misery Mire.
Yeah, so he's not gonna get that any year soon. You usually get 2 safety swim, like 2 safe swings per. If you don't know how to do any of the more complicated, like using Chinkin off of that to bounce back into Ganon is always a fun trick.
Yeah, he's on to phase 2 now.
So now the biggest hope is that the next teleport goes to the top right corner of the room, because then you can just sit in there.
Fortunately, Link is heading back into Super Metroid. Not sure what his plan is here. There's still the right side of the climb super pack. I'm not sure what else he hasn't done here, though.
Maybe he realized that he forgot that item? He's gonna check that?
I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? He never actually saw the E-tank in the wrecked ship.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, he
Right.
because he almost died in the spiky death room and then just decided to leave it. So he may be going back for that. Well, Raiko moving on to phase 3.
Gotta be careful in this phase, because this is the first phase you can fall in. Oh, he's got fire going into phase 4 here. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, never mind.
Looks That's
That's
nice.
it. That's good.
Switch that up there.
No good double spots, but would have had a good one. Pretty hard to set up doubles with only Master Sword.
Yeah. But the fourth arrow hits him. Ganon's going down, and we will be heading back into Super Metroid shortly. Go fight Mother Brain.
That does. Oh, never mind. You can morph to avoid that. I didn't know.
Yeah. Ooh, man.
Okay, just one last section of the game.
And
Right,
Linkforce is just going to be kicking himself here when he finally finds the Varia suit.
Just say it, Catfish, and that's been this seems crazy because all of these progression items, like these major ones we were looking for hours, were available 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Like it's very strange, but there was so much opened up 10 minutes in, and why would you go to? Right, like it's.
Yeah. Has Link not gone down to Bomb Teresa?
No.
Huh. Oh yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, I remember this even. We commented on this earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, and he picked up bombs! Right. And then even he has realized he picked up bombs. Never pick up bombs. Well, that's not true. Never pick up bombs if you have space jump and 40 power bombs. Yeah, I think at this point he might.
Yeah, he's gonna be starting being a little careful here with his ammo. He wants to make sure he has as many supers as possible.
Oh, very smart from Raikou, by the way. He's using regular missiles on the Metroids because he can refill those. Oh, never mind. He changed his. I thought he was going to keep using regulars because he can refill those at the station.
Yeah, I think he wanted to just make sure he was at full supers at first.
Oh, and then he'll. Oh yes, because you'll always get
chance
supers.
you're gonna get. Well, you won't always, but there's a pretty good chance you'll get supers from the Metroids.
Very smart. I like this. I like the way he's playing. And he's in Turian with 110 and 54.
And that is more than enough to kill Mother Brain.
Does he even have to go back? Like, can he just get through the, if he doesn't know Zeb skip, can he just go through, he doesn't know this then. He should be unequipping all his suits if he wants to do this. But he's not, it's fine. Thank you, Kama. I wasn't sure. Oh. I should learn how to do baby step. Is it worth it? Wait, you can get speed booster speed? Did you see that he had blue super Ivan?
Where? In the Metroid skip?
Yeah.
I did not see that.
Blue suit. Well, the Metroid was held on to him. He had ran for long enough at slow enough speed that he gained it in that short spot. I wonder if he did do anything.
Oh yeah,
like
no, you can do that. Yeah, because okay, so the speed booster is a weird item. The game only checks if. So the way blue suit and shine sparking works is, when you're holding run, Samus is obviously moving a lot. Like her speed's increasing the longer you hold the run button, and up to a certain point. And the game checks on one frame if you have the run button held, and if you have it held on 4 consecutive times on that frame, it'll give you a blue suit.
So that's what we mean when we say like, oh, you need a 2-tap or a 3-tap to get a short charge here. Is you're just holding the direction and then you're tapping like when you get close to that frame, so you make sure you have it held during that frame. But when the Metroids grabbed you, you're moving slow anyway, but Samus's leg is still in the same motions. So you can actually get a blue suit and a short charge in a lot slower of a time, or a lot shorter of a distance there.
Can you now, out of curiosity, can you actually do anything with Spark while you have the Metroid?
While the Metroid's on you, I don't know.
Oh, okay, sure.
It's really funny. If you get caught while going through the door transition, you're basically stuck in those physics.
Is he?
You're stuck in the...
Turian?
No, he's going to refill his missiles, I think.
But he's far. Oh, is the missile refill all the way back here? Yes.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay, I thought it was earlier.
But if you get caught by the Metroid during the transition, Samus gets stuck in that slow-moving state for the rest of the game until you save and reset. And if you try and, like, you can still build up a spark, like, in that short distance, but if you use your spark, you'll shine spark, but it'll just be really slow. Yeah, it looks like Linkforce is racking his brain trying to figure out exactly what he missed.
It's gonna feel really bad when he gets catfish. He's not using supers here, so he should be fine. Yeah, he has more than enough missiles. This is ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, he needs basically what, 21 extra missiles besides his supers. So yeah, he's got 46 missiles to miss. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, I would. So in this fight, because if you get hit, yeah, just do exactly what Raikou's doing. Nope, not like that though. Don't waste. Are those iframes real? Like, is he just wasting, like, basically throwing away?
No, they're all hitting.
Missiles? Oh, they are? Oh, good
yeah.
to know.
You can fire missiles as fast as you want.
Good to know. We're already in catch-up beam. Wow. Oh, I thought he was about to charge up for the rainbow beam. Here we go.
Damage himself under 400 health here, but above 300, just so that when this rainbow beam hits Samus, it's going to do 300 damage with the Varia suit on. And if you're not below 100 health total, Mother Brain will just like throw random bombs and onion rings at you until you're below 100. So it just saves a little bit of time there.
There is the possibility of Mother Brain killing you in that part, though. It's like very rare. Happened to me once, but it can happen. Mother Brain, I think, can deal like 99 damage with one of the attacks with a Surgeon Suit combination. And I've seen it happen. Linkforce is actually lost at this point. They're not sure where to go. Can I just say that whoever decided to name all of Mother Brain's attacks after condiments and food items, good person. Kane was in Sprint Ball Maze. Oh, nice. Jumped through that. That's really cool. I'll have to learn that. The bomb is Mustard Bomb, maybe? I don't know what the bomb is called. Mustard Bomb is an actual name of something, though, so. Oh, it's chicken nuggets. Okay, that works too. Oh, Linkforce is gonna get. Linkforce is gonna see this item as Raikou beats the game, I think. Like, I think he might actually. Oh, no, he going to pyramid. He might not. He might see it shortly after.
It looks like he just wanted to get his bottle refilled there.
Oh, he's going to the animals.
Oh, Raikou. No.
What if your opponent... Somebody's going to lose doing
No.
this. Notice how it's only the ALTTP primary
I do not
runners?
approve.
Only the ALTTP primary runners do this when they're in the lead.
I do not approve of this. I can't support this.
Me neither. And I'm technically an ALTTP primary person.
And GG to RaikouRider, finishing with an official SRL time of... where did it go? 3:14:31. So I believe he is moving on to 2-0. We'll see who he ends up facing next week. Congrats to him, and yeah, that's really unfortunate for Linkforce. I don't know if he forgot about Catfish or he thought he checked it or what exactly happened there, but it looks like he is heading up there now, and we'll shortly find out. Varia suit is indeed here. And it looks like we are joined now by RaikouRider. Congrats.
Thanks. So, the first thing I have to say about this one is that is by far the toughest Ganon fight I have ever had to do in a race setting.
Oh yeah.
Green Hearts, two-shotted with HUD. Yeah. That was pretty rough.
Yeah, so what did you think of this seed?
It was definitely it started out pretty crazy. I found the glove and then the mitts in about 7 minutes, and I was all, what do?
Yeah, that was insane. Darkhold access in the first like 10 minutes of the game is always crazy.
Once you had flippers, by the way, with like most of the items were accessible. Like pretty much every item was like the Varia suit was accessible about 30 minutes in, and you were looking for that for a while. A few other items. So there was just a lot of items that were accessible immediately.
I felt good about the seed being open early because I feel one of the strengths in my game is my routing. Definitely not my Super Metroid side, and I apologize to Super Metroid runners for having to endure that terrible movement.
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, no.
No, it wasn't like didn't see anything completely. Yeah, it was kind of like on par with what I'd expect from somebody whose primary game is not Super Metroid. It was fine. There's definitely far worse attempts. Also, I just realized that Ganon doesn't count as a boss kill. Huh.
Ganon does not.
That's kind of weird.
So I did have a question about this. In Wrecked Ship, so you saw that Morph Ball bombs were at the Wrecked Ship reserve tank, so obviously you didn't want to go get those, having a Spring Ball and, 40, 45 power bombs already. There's really no need for the Morph Ball bombs at that point. But after going down the bowling, with the bowling chorizo, down to the gravity suit area, you just went straight to the gravity suit item and left, and skipped that item before the morph ball bombs on the right side of downstairs there. I don't know if that was intentional or you just forgot about it on accident.
I realized I had forgotten that item as soon as I went through the door transition.
Yeah, I saw that and I didn't want to comment on it, but I did see your head turn.
Yeah.
Like your character model did turn slightly as you exited the door, and it made me go, "Oh no, he knows."
No, I knew. It just at that point it was not worth it going back for one location.
Oh yeah, and once you left that door, absolutely. But still, yeah.
Oh, what was there? Was it junk?
It was nothing.
Missiles or an E-tank.
Nothing important. But at the time, we were thinking man, if that's the gravity suit, that could be insane.
That was my exact thought. Was if gravity is there, I just lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. What Linkforce was missing for the longest time was the Varia suit at.
He told me. He told me that.
Oh yeah,
that
you
was,
guys have had 15 minutes, right?
That's something I was actually really worried about, and one thing I wanted to talk about is I didn't feel too bad about my position until I found Varia at Catfish, because I didn't go there my first time. My first time I was in the area, I just went back to Super Metroid at the time because I had a bunch of access there.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I mean this seed was weird. In that you had so much open. Like, why would you go to Catfish when you have all of Super Metroid?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of dumb locations, Pendant Ice was taunting me pretty much the entire seed. I was gonna jump in there as soon as I ran out of crystal dungeons to do.
Yep, and you never did.
Mostly because of what happened during my previous race. If any of my regulars are in chat, you might remember during my previous race, I went into Ice Palace, got Ether, and was gone, and then eventually had to go back there to get Varia Suit, which is the same item that was in a just dumb location this time.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of items, where were the swords and where were the mails?
One of the mails was in Misery Mire in the vanilla big key chest, and we didn't see any other swords.
Charge? Half magic?
Didn't see either of those. Didn't see high. Oh, you found high jump boots. Yeah.
Well, oh yeah. When I found high jump at Trinex, I kind of just laughed because that's one of those things that just Super Metroid Randomizer in general it should be just called High Jump Appreciation Simulator, because it's that one thing that you want to see but you never do, just because of how much easier it makes lower Norfair and a bunch of other areas in the game. And another big item that was in that I felt good about finding is when I made that early dive into Thieves Town with 4 hearts, and I found I found Magic Cape, which I checked, because I had checked the bumper cave item really early, and that wound up being Screw. And I knew that would be nice to have, but I never surmised that Screw would actually be as important as it was in the seed.
Right.
Because Screw is how you got access to Bryn, which had hook shot, and the hook shot led to the morph ball.
Yep.
So it was at that point. It was at that point when I found Hook. when I found Hook, which led to Morph, is when I started to feel that I had a lead and could actually afford to be a little bit safe and more thorough in my checks instead of, let's skip some of these items that are a little bit more out of the way because I need to make up time. The only time I really felt somewhat behind was when I found Varia at Catfish. Then I felt I could possibly have been a little bit behind. But then when I came to the realization that the Link to the Past side of the seed was very, very hard, and that's actually what I wanted. I kind of wanted a Link to the Past side that was hard because that plays to my strength.
Right.
I have done quote-unquote speedruns of Link to the Past before, but not Metroid. I would not want to start running this game. This game isn't insane, and I just died.
It's not so bad.
Speaking of difficult Super Metroid stuff, this was yet another seed where I had to fight Ridley under the bare minimum conditions I'm comfortable with.
And it looks like we are now also joined by Linkforce. Welcome, GG. It's really just an unfortunate last location for you there, but
Yeah, I had thought I had checked it because I went the vanilla way to Zora.
yeah.
So I picked up the rock and I'm like, okay, I've been here. And then I just kind of checked everything else. Yeah.
Yeah, and that does happen. It's just really unfortunate. But it was a really tight race until Varia. So
Hey, at least I did Fantoon with 6 E-tanks and a power suit.
Oh yeah, I held off on Fantoon as long as possible because Fantoon and I have a little bit of a history. There is a reason why. There is a very good reason why I call Fantoon and Janice as well. Janice calls Fantoon the stupid ghost. If anybody who, although I'm sure any Super Metroid runner would also call Fantoon the stupid ghost.
Probably.
With how many runs he kills.
yeah.
Sunshine surprises all day.
Yeah, thankfully I haven't gotten Sunrise surprised yet. But it's going to happen, and I'm going to rage when it does.
It's really hard to have that happen in this one because just with how many E-Teams you generally have, you probably won't get one shot by him spawning on you. But he does deal a lot of damage to the Varia, so.
Yeah.
I want to say Sunrise Surprise with no suits does 320.
I know it's enough to kill both any percent runs, so that sounds about right.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think it's 320 anyway. But yeah, just the LTTP side in general for the seed was crazy hard.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was like I got most of the dungeons done really fast.
Well, I also didn't go into Mire, so I did not. So I think I did Ganon on Green 11.
Jeez. Wow.
Oh yeah. One thing that did make the Link to the Past side bearable was that all 4 bottles were very quick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts. You got all 4 bottles before Morph Ball even.
Yep. You had 3 bottles. You had 3 bottles before like anything, and then the 4th bottle had to be before Morph. It was really strange.
So with the whole Ganon situation, after I beat Aga, since I had to burn too many of my potions before I actually got to Ganon, and I was out of money to buy potions, my strategy at that point was to check all of the check both the fairy fountains to see if I could get potions from them. And then if not, I was actually going to get, what was it? I was gonna just go back to Link's house, capture a bunch of fairies, and then just make it work.
Did you not go to Pyramid Fairy?
Pyramid Fairy was a fairy.
I know.
Yeah, I checked that first.
Why didn't you just go in and out and get more fairies?
because I saw that it was a fairy, and I'm like,
No, I did that multiple times. It helped me.
Oh yes, one thing Commodore brings up, Raikou, so that you know for future for Crystal Flash. That was the only thing that was like questionable. Crystal Flash is hold LR down, use Power Bomb, and hold all the buttons until Crystal Flash happens.
I know how to Crystal Flash. I just kind of
don't.
forgot to do it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know how to
oh,
Crystal
was it
Flash.
Linkforce then who was?
Yeah.
Yeah, Linkforce.
So you have to hold all the buttons. You also have to have less than 50 HP and no reserves.
I
If you
got
have
that
anything in your reserve,
when I went to save, I realized that, but I was holding all the buttons in the wrong order.
oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, the SM side wasn't too bad. It threw a bunch of E-tanks at you relatively early.
Well, I kind of didn't do half of it because I didn't get Varia.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely one of those seeds that was slanted towards people more familiar with Link to the Past. I will not deny that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
seem to be.
Thank you very much, guys. Good luck in your next races. I think.
Oh yes, about my next race, I am going to be the person in 2-0 that everybody wants to draw, because I'm pretty sure to anybody that's in 2-0, I will be an absolutely free win.
Hey, well. With that said, if you enjoy what you saw, feel free to follow the runners.
Absolutely, yeah.
And thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Make sure to follow Speed Gaming. Feel free to follow commentators and trackers. I would recommend following Ivan and not recommend following Zelness, as I don't stream anymore other than races. But Ivan's actually good at video games.
Yeah,
That's debatable.
Ivan is very, very good at video games.
That's
That's
debatable.
fair. That's fair. That's a good point.
I'm not.
All right. Well, thanks for having me, and I'm looking forward to getting
Yeah.
spanked next round.
Yeah, no, thanks
Good
for
luck.
racing. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for the race.
Okay, have a good one.
Bye.